Relationship leaders, people who are the leaders in every relationship. You could be a leader in your relationship, in romantic relationship, your relationship in your relationship with your kids, with your team members, with your customers, with everybody. Once you become a relationship leader, your business naturally goes to the next level. You as a conscious being, you as a business owner, you want to take charge. So if you want to grow your business to the next level, we need to repattern this constellation of people behind you, ahead of you, beside you, and you become a leader there. How do you become a leader? If you want to grow your business to the next level, if you want to make more money, more revenue, more profit, more cash flow in your business, master this idea, this radical idea that I'm going to talk about, called become intergenerational relationship leader. So what is a relationship leader? I will explain that in a second. And what is an intergenerational relationship leader? And I'm going to explain to you in five ways how you could become a relationship leader, so that then we could take it to the next level. And I will explain to you what a intergenerational relationship leader is towards the end of the video, and how you could use that to grow your business, to allow grace to fall into your business, so that you could grow, increase your profit, cash flow, revenue, and grow to the next level. So let's get started with the relationship leader. Who's a relationship leader? Relationship leader is somebody who's trustful, somebody who's full of trust. A relationship leader is somebody who is radically response-able. What is response-able? The ability to respond, right? Ability to respond. So you're like, what does that mean? It means that if you're a chicken and if a fox is chasing you, there's only one response: run away, right? There's no other response. You're like, oh, today I don't feel like running. You don't have no choice, right? There is no response ability. There is no response ability. It's from that ability to respond we have responsibility. Responsibility comes from responsibility, the ability to respond. You can turn around. You could actually come up with an idea and like, hey, fox, I'm not your thing. I'm a person of my own. And then chicken can revolt against the fox, right? Humans can do that because we have the ability to respond, which is responsibility. So as a relationship leader, you need to figure out how to be radically response-able, which is the first one. Second piece is positive connection. Relationship leaders, people who are the leaders in every relationship. You could be a leader in your relationship, in romantic relationship, your relationship in your relationship with your kids, with your team members, with your customers, with everybody. Once you become a relationship leader, your business naturally grows to the next level. So this relationship leader naturally has a positive connection with the customers, positive connection with your team members, positive connection with your investors, positive connection with your partners, and positive connection with your family and your friends at the same time. So that's a second attribute of a relationship leader. The third attribute of a relationship leader, we'll get into the intergenerational part in a second, is trustful. You are full of trust. You are full of trust for other people. You're trusting them fully. You're trusting your customers. You're trusting your team. You're trusting your family. You're trusting yourself. You're full of trust. So it's trustful. You're full of trust. So I'm coming up with words to explain these new ideas. You're full of trust. So you're not just trustful of people, you're trustful of you, people, team, customers, everybody. So that's full of trust. The next idea is respectful. You're full of respect. You're full of respect for you. You're full of respect for your clients, your team, everybody. Same idea, respectful. And finally, collaboration. Being able to collaborate with your team, with your customers, with your partners, with your competitors, with your investors, everybody, so that you could move your business to the next level. So what is intergenerational relationship leader? How could you be a relationship leader in an intergenerational level? What does that even mean, right? So if you think about it, any given behavior that you have any given day it's a factor, it's a permutation and combination of all the aspects of the behavior that your parents, your grandparents, great-grandparents from both sides of your family had. That sounds weird, right? It sounds like you are saying, oh, the karma of this great-granddad is affecting me. Not necessarily. The bias of this great-granddad to get angry, he could have been biased to get sad, but he chose anger instead of sadness. That bias of getting angry, it got transferred to the great-granddad, and then from there to my granddad, and then to my dad, and then to me. Now I have the bias of anger. And where did it start? It might have started 5 generations ago. Make sense? The bias of me getting excited, or the other side, came from my mother's side. My great-granddad used to be an excited person who gets excited about everything. And that got to my great-grandma, and then my great-granddad, and then my mom, and then I have this excited type feeling all the time. So at any given time, your behavior, you think you are doing the behavior, but your behavior is done for you. Most of the thoughts that we have are not our original thoughts, right? And it is coming from this constellation of people who are with you in their customization. What does that mean? When I say they are with you, I'm not saying they're physically with you, although they could be, I don't know, I haven't seen them. But the idea is their energy, their pattern, their inclination, their bias is with you. So the probability of taking an action inconsistent with them is higher. That's why you as a conscious being, you as a business owner, you want to take charge. You want to take charge of your life. And this is why, people who are like Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs, they had a repatterning, because they were both adopted people, right? Their parents did not take care of them. So they had a different pattern interrupt in that flow of thinking. So they were free from these patterns. Does that make sense? So if you want to grow your business to the next level, we need to repatternize this constellation of people behind you, ahead of you, beside you, and you become a leader there. How do you become a leader? You become radically responsible. Same principles as a relationship leader on a physical world and on a virtual or a spiritual world at the same time, both to help you grow your business, grow your profit, grow your cash to the next level. So how do you do that? How do you become responsible? So for example, any pre-drawn part of your painting could create momentum in your business. What does that mean? It means that, imagine you're a painting that needs to be completed in order for you to succeed in business, in order for you to grow your business to the next level. Your painting is not complete, but it started. Who started it? Great-granddad started. He drew some lines here, and the great-grandma from this side, he drew some circles there. Then another person drew some triangles, and then there are some figures. There is a tree house, and different people drew this. And instead of fighting that picture, you just embrace that picture and allow and start taking responsibility for being the picture that you are. And if you are able to be responsible, what happens is, once you become radically responsible, then you become a relationship leader in an intergenerational and a generational level. Second point is positive connection. You have a positive connection with your entire constellation of people that you're dealing with. What does that mean? It means that your parents, your grandparents, everybody, instead of you might have seen them screw up, do mistakes, and all kind of things, but you have a deep appreciation. You're looking back. Imagine these people are behind you. You're looking back into your past generations, and you thank them. Thank them for your life. Thank you for the beauty of experience, beauty of you being selected to be part of this thing called life. And so you have deep appreciation for your mom's family, your dad's family, starting with your mom and dad. Even if they were complete screw-ups, it doesn't matter. What matters is, in order for you to move and become the legend that you always wanted to become, you need to embrace that side of you. Embrace them, because your dad is nothing but a part of you. Your mom is nothing but a part of you. When you're able to embrace them and appreciate them, look at them and not fight them, and when you are able to give a lot of gratitude or joy to them, what is going to happen is they will all start cheering for you, and you have a positive connection from the generation. So they are in some capacity, from wherever they are, they're praying for you. They're sending you good vibes. You know why? Because you're not judging them. Nobody not judged them in their life. Everybody was judging them in some capacity, right? Everybody's judging each other. And if you're not judging them, if you're looking at them and like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, iPhone 7. Like, imagine your iPhone 14. You look at iPhone 7 as like, thank you so much, iPhone 7. Thank you for all the mistakes that you made that helped me who I am today. Not in a judgmental way, but you look at that like, okay, your screen had only like 24K resolution, and your camera was only like 8 GB or 8 megapixel camera. Right now I have 24 megapixel camera. Thank you that you had this 8 megapixel camera so that I could have 24 megapixel camera today. So you become the iPhone 14 and start appreciating this whole group of people. The third thing is trust. Trust is that, imagine and trust that you focus on building trust and open relationship with your parents. In this case, your parents, your grandparents, whoever you could connect with. And you're like, okay, I cannot connect with my parents. You don't need to physically go to them and connect. You could just look at them, even if you are not in talking terms with your parents. Not a good idea, but if that's the case, you could always energetically have an open communication. And no matter what happened, you could stop judging them. You could start appreciating them. You could send joy to them, send love to them from your heart, in your mind, and give them only love and appreciation. And you trust them, and you trust the universe that whatever happened, you're full of trust. Whatever happened, it all happened for a beautiful reason, and I'm going to celebrate that. At that point, you become free. And the next one is respectful. You're full of respect for them, for you. No matter what happened, no matter what extreme experiences or biases that you had to go through, you are appreciative of whatever happened. Whatever has happened already. So I'm respectful. So you understand and respect the unique needs of your parent. And they might have like something unique. And maybe you act like that parent. And when you do that, instead of judging you, just see that it's a bias, it's an inclination to do something. And you do that, you look at that, you experience that, and you experience that part of you and see something beautiful. You screw up, and when you screw up, you look at yourself and say, oh, I screwed up, okay, okay, that's beautiful. Instead of, that's beautiful, not that way, but that's beautiful. And you look at the screw up and see some beauty on it, and all of a sudden, you're respecting your generations. Like, so in a way, when you are accepting yourself completely, what happens is you're respecting this whole people. And what does this to do with my business? Because when you do that, you learn how to do that to your team. You learn how to do that to a massive number of customers. You learn how to do that to your investors and everybody around you. And then you become the relationship or leader spiritually and in business at the same time. And final thing is collaboration. Once you're able to collaborate with your constellation of people who are with you, with your dad, with your mom, in your mind, imagine this group of people are cheering for you, supporting for you, and you are the iPhone 14 or 15 that has the latest technology, latest everything. And all of a sudden, you are in the forefront of technology revolution, technology evolution. So evolution and revolution at the same time. So what happens is when you move forward, the entire constellation is with you. And when you have this team of people, imagine that a group of fish or a school of fish or a flock of birds flying. Imagine this all birds flying together. Imagine that these birds flying together, and then as these birds of your team are flying together, imagine there is a constellation of group of people who are helping you to align in the direction in which you want to move forward, so that your business is having the grace and the alignment and the willpower to create what you want to create. That will happen when you are in alignment with the past. Because every time you're assisting something, Eckhart Tolle said, whatever you pronounce, however you pronounce, he said, whatever you resist, you persist. If you're resisting your parent, that's what you're going to persist. That's the part of you that's going to stay. But if you stop resisting, if you stop judging, if you start appreciating the entire constellation of people, then you're going to get the beauty of them. And then you will not be biased by them, because you're free from them to create with your imagination, with your consciousness, to create whatever you want. That is how, my friend, you will scale your business, double your cash flow, and maximize your profit starting today. Talk to you soon.